Loveland, Colorado is absolutely drop dead gorgeous and an amazing town right here in northern Colorado. In this video, we're gonna break down my top 10 favorite things and spots right in Loveland, Colorado. So let's go. What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel, or if this is your first time, welcome to the channel. My name is Noah, your northern Colorado real estate and lifestyle expert. My cell number's right here, 720-741-7474. Use this number with any questions or concerns that you might have about Loveland or any of the towns in northern Colorado. But today we are jumping into my top 10 favorite spots in Loveland, Colorado. We're going to start out by covering some outdoor adventure spots and then some community where the locals go to eat and what they do towards the end of this video. So stay tuned so you don't miss out. Now let me preface this before we get into the video that these are not my first, second, and third. No, these are just my top 10 favorite spots. They are in no particular order. So let's get started with number 1, which is going to be Lake Loveland. Now Lake Loveland is basically in the middle of town. It's accessible from all the major roadways, and it's a place to where locals go for fishing, kayaking, paddleboarding, or just hanging out at the swim beach, which this is one of my kids' absolutely favorite place to go. There are like 2 or 3 parks. There's a skateboard trail, bike trail, and yes, the swim beach. If you're watching this from other areas, you're like, yeah, duh, Noah, it's a beach. Let me explain something to you here. In the state of Colorado, we have lots of rock and not much sand. So when you actually get to a beach that has sand, trust me, it is a big deal. And this is a great place. There's a lifeguard on duty and on staff. Now the swim beach does have certain hours and they update those throughout the year on the city and county webpage, but usually they close by about 5 o'clock. So you not only do you have a place to take your kids, enjoy the natural beauty, be physical, you also have a place that has a staffed lifeguard on duty in the event that there was an emergency. Lake Loveland is also the spot for the yearly 4th of July or Independence Day celebration. And I have to tell you, seeing the fireworks exploding in the sky and the reflection off of the lake as you stare at the beautiful Rocky Mountains, this is the place to go experience 4th of July. Now you can transition from watching the fireworks or going to the swim beach to going on an absolutely amazing hike, and that is coming in at number 2 with Devil's Backbone. Now once again, I have a family. I've got 2 small kids, Waverly, who is 7, and Ziggy, who is 4. So most of these things on my list are going to be family friendly, and this is absolutely no different because you can take the Wild Loop Trail, which is only 2.5 miles to get to the Keyhole. Now the Keyhole is a geological rock formation to where you can actually see through the rocks and the mountains, and it is really darn cool. So for 2.5 miles, you get to go see rugged Colorado beauty, all of the rock formations and geology in this area without spending 4 to 5 miles on the trail. Now, if you want to take it up a notch, you can actually do the Devil's Backbone Nature Trail, which is an out and back trail measuring about 4.5 miles round trip. And if you are a little bit more in shape or seeking something a little bit more difficult, there are extended routes and trails all throughout the Devil's Backbone that have 17.25 miles of interconnected trails connecting to areas like Rimrock Open Space and Horsetooth Mountain Open Space. Now I have this on my bucket list, is I actually want to mountain bike from Horsetooth Reservoir all the way through Devil's Backbone, Rimrock Open Space, and the Horsetooth Mountain Space. I'm gonna make sure and get some video for you guys. So we're gonna move from a natural playground of the Devil's Backbone to Mehefe Park, which if you have kids, you need to check this place out. It is absolutely enormous. We are talking about multiple sports fields, baseball fields, softball fields, soccer, football. There's a skate park. There's a dog park. Not to mention that your kids will have the run of this massive, massive park. Now, one of my favorite things about this park is that it's actually pushed right up against the foothills. So as you're hanging out and you're playing or watching your kids play, you have the backdrop of the beautiful Rocky Mountains that just seem to just creep their way right into the park. Now, if all of that wasn't enough, you have the natural rock formations and natural built-in like jungle gym structure structures for the kids to play on. So this is right next to the park, and it's actually built in and around the park. And my kids love going there. They'll play on the park a little bit, and then they're gonna go rock climbing and climb these structures and use their bodies the way that they should. I hope that you are enjoying some of my Loveland top 10 places to see. And this is a great time to shoot me a text message with any questions that you might have about real estate, schools, or the town in general. Cell number 720-741-7474. I am the only person who answers all of the questions from viewers just like you. Now this next one could have easily been number 1, but it's number 4 on the list, and that is Boyd Lake State Park. This is a massive lake located in the city limits of Loveland, Colorado. The lake has 148 paved pull-through campsites, each equipped with electrical hookups, picnic tables, and grills. The campsites can accommodate vehicles up to 40 feet in length. And if you have a 40-foot long camper, you are definitely not roughing it. The amenities are going to include 3 restroom buildings, playgrounds, horseshoe pits, and of course a dump station for all of your garbage and poo. Now if you plan on camping at Boyd Lake, you're going to want to get your campgrounds reserved about 6 months in advance. But if you're just coming to sit on one of the beaches, you can do that with a day pass entry to the park, and it is well worth the $15. You can also use motorboats on Boyd Lake, so if you are a boater, a tuber, a wakeboarder, a wake surfer, Boyd Lake is going to definitely be a place that you're going to want to put on your list. And of course you can fish on Boyd Lake as well, but the lake known for fishing is going to be Bodecker Lake, which is coming in at number 5 on my list. And you can tell that Loveland has a lot to offer in lakes and hiking and some of the natural Colorado beauty. And fishing is one of the things that people here really enjoy. Now, unlike Boyd Lake, Bodecker Lake is reserved for non-motorized watercraft, meaning canoes, paddle boards, and kayaks. And you can actually just launch them right off of the shore, paddle out, cast your rod out, and enjoy some of Colorado's most beautiful scenery while you're sitting on the water catching dinner. This place is absolutely amazing. Now, I do want to throw in this little tidbit about Bodecker Lake. The neighborhoods surrounding Bodecker Lake are probably some of my absolute favorite in Loveland. So if you have questions on those neighborhoods, you know exactly what to do. Now we have talked about all of the outdoor beauty. We've talked about Boyd Lake, Loveland Lake, Bodecker Lake, Devil's Backbone, and I'm just scratching the surface here. But let's move from outdoor experiences to more community oriented and local spots you're not going to want to miss. And coming in at number 6, this is downtown Loveland. Now downtown Loveland has been gentrified and remodeled over the last 8 years, adding condos, townhomes, parking garages, and some amazing outdoor entertainment venues. Now downtown Loveland is a place to where you can just go grab a simple cup of coffee or go out for a nice night on the town. There are plenty of restaurants and breweries all within a short walking distance, which makes safety a number 1 if you're going to be sipping some of Colorado's barley pop, and number 2, it just allows you to get out and see some of the businesses that make Loveland what it is. Now, along with businesses, outdoor entertainment venues, downtown Loveland is the hub for entertainment and yearly events. Now, they have outdoor concert series, they have craft fairs, they have farmers markets, but one of the biggest is going to be the Sweetheart Festival, which happens around Valentine's Day, because why? Well, it's Loveland. And the celebration of love on Valentine's Day, I mean, you absolutely cannot go wrong. Downtown Loveland has a great mix of restaurant, breweries, and anything you could possibly want for entertainment, except for if you want to go see, your local sports team. For that, you've got to go to number 7, which is Blue Arena. Now, Blue Arena is the centerpiece for Loveland's sporting culture. We're talking about going to see hockey games, local sporting events, and concerts. Now, Blue Arena is definitely family-friendly entertainment, and you know as well as I do, when your kids get hungry, the day's going to be a little bit rougher. But at Blue Arena, you don't have to worry about that because they have several in-house dining options, meaning you don't have to stop somewhere before a hockey game or a concert. And you simply cannot talk about Loveland and the favorite things about Loveland without talking about Loveland's deep-rooted art scene. And that's coming in at number 8. Now, what you're going to notice about Loveland is that everywhere you go, you are going to be met by sculptures, by murals, by paintings, by art in the public places. And one of the places To do that is the Benson Sculpture Garden. Now the Sculpture Garden features over 170 different sculptures, and you just walk through the park. It's beautifully landscaped, and you can just walk by and check out these beautifully done art pieces, learn about the artists and how they were created. One of the other great places to go see some sculptures is the Chipunga Sculpture Park at Centura. Now this unique park highlights African stone sculptures showcasing the culture and artistry of Zimbabwe. Now why this is in Loveland, Colorado, I have absolutely no idea, but it's absolutely beautiful. They have 82 stunning stone sculptures along with waterways and spill features. The park just looks great, and it's just a great place to go walk around, get some physical activity, get some sun on your skin, and join part of Loveland's culture, which is born out of the arts. Now, all of the art in the public exhibits, the murals, and the sculpture gardens are all free and open to the public all year round, and you will see people in the dead of winter still out checking out these sculptures because we have 300 days of sunshine, and even in the dead of winter, you're gonna want to get out and about. And one of my absolute favorite spots coming in at number 9 is the flip side. When you walk in the doors, you are seriously transported to another dimension. This is a place where locals love to go hang out because of the classic arcade games and pinball machines. We're talking old school arcade, plus you get to enjoy some local cuisine and craft cocktails. Now coming in last, but certainly not least, at number 10 is Totally 80s Pizza. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, Noah, you put a pizza place on your top 10 list. Yes, I did. And let me tell you why. Number 1, if you are an 80s baby, okay, if you used a phone with a cord on it, you are gonna absolutely love this place. It is completely decked out, fully top to bottom in everything 80s. We are talking about retro 80s style. Right when you walk in the door, you get transported to the 80s dimension, big hair bands and delicious pizza. Now, we love going to this place, and so do a lot of people local to Loveland because of the food and the experience. When you can go just have fun, change your atmosphere, step into the 80s, wear a little bit of neon. I don't know if it helps the pizza taste better, but the pizza is definitely good. So is the atmosphere. So next time you are in Loveland, this is a place you are definitely going to want to check out. Rounding out my list, coming in at number 10, Totally 80s Pizza. Make sure and go check it out. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video where we broke down the top 10 of my favorite spots in Loveland, Colorado. And if you want to know what my top 10 spots are in Longmont, Colorado, make sure and go check out this video right here. And remember, stay adventurous, my friends. I'll see you on the next video.